So you want to buy a Ryzen 5 processor, but don't know which generation is the latest and which one is best for you because the naming is so confusing. That's why today I am going to tell you all about every Ryzen 5 generation. Starting with the 1000 series. Back in 2017, everyone used an Intel processor, and AMD's old FX processor ran hot and were power hungry with slower speeds than Intel. Many believed that AMD can simply not compete. But then AMD surprised the world by launching their new lineup called Ryzen, a brand new architecture called Zen, built on a 14-nanometer process. But in this video, we are only going to talk about the Ryzen 5 lineup because they are the most used and the most popular. The best first-generation Ryzen 5 processors were the Ryzen 5 1600, Ryzen 5 1600X, Ryzen 5 1500, and Ryzen 5 1500X. They shook up the mid-range CPU market by bringing a 6-core, 12-thread configuration with up to 3.4 or 3.6 GHz speeds to budget-conscious builders. While Intel's competing Core i5 processors only had 4 cores and 4 threads, AMD was giving gamers 2 extra cores and 8 extra threads for almost the same money. It completely changed the market and became a legend. Even today, nearly 10 years later, it can still play modern AAA games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Red Dead Redemption 2. You won't get the highest frame rates with today's fastest graphics cards, but it still holds up surprisingly well. And from then onwards, Ryzen 5 became the favorite of many gamers and even editors. 1 year later, AMD returned. Instead of starting over, they improved almost everything and launched their Ryzen 2nd generation. These CPUs still had 6 cores and 12 threads, but AMD improved memory compatibility, reduced latency, increased clock speeds, and made Precision Boost much smarter. The main CPUs included Ryzen 5 2600 and the Ryzen 5 2600X. The Ryzen 5 2600 boosted up to 3.9 GHz, while the Ryzen 5 2600X reached 4.2 GHz. Power consumption stayed nearly the same as before. Intel fought back with the Core i5 8400 and Core i5 8600K. Intel still won by a small margin in some games, but once you opened Blender, started streaming, rendered a YouTube video, or edited photos, Ryzen usually pulled ahead. Gamers loved the Ryzen 5 2600 because it could handle Fortnite, Apex Legends, Battlefield 5, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and many other demanding games without breaking the bank. It also remained cool, easy to overclock, and extremely affordable. To this day, many budget gaming PCs around the world are still powered by a Ryzen 5 2600. Now we reach the generation many people call the greatest Ryzen processor ever made, the Ryzen 5 3000 series. Released on July 7, 2019, this generation introduced the Zen 2 architecture, manufactured using an advanced 7-nanometer process. The two major desktop models were Ryzen 5 3600, Ryzen 5 3600X again, 6 cores, 12 threads. But this time, everything became faster. Clock speeds improved, power efficiency improved, gaming performance improved, productivity improved. The Ryzen 5 3600 quickly became every YouTuber's favorite recommendation. Whenever someone asked, "I have $800, what CPU should I buy?" almost everyone answered, Ryzen 5 3600. Why? Because it did everything, including gaming, streaming, editing, even rendering. It played Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Doom Eternal, and Forza Horizon beautifully. Even today, the Ryzen 5 3600 remains one of the best value CPUs ever created. Many PC builders still consider it one of AMD's greatest achievements. Then came November 2020. AMD introduced Zen 3. This wasn't just another update. This was AMD telling Intel, we're here to win. The main desktop CPUs were Ryzen 5 5600X and Ryzen 5 5600. Here, the thing to understand is that the non-X models simply ran at slightly lower clock speeds to offer a lower price. Both still had 6 cores and 12 threads, but the Ryzen 5 5600X boosted all the way to 4.6 GHz while consuming only 65 watts. That combination was incredible. Low temperatures, low electricity usage, high gaming performance, and Intel responded with the Core i5 10600K and later the 11600K. But for the first time in many years, AMD often became the better gaming choice. Modern AAA games like Cyberpunk 2077, Forza Horizon 5, Elden Ring, and Baldur's Gate 3 ran beautifully. Content creators also loved it too, because editing 4K videos, streaming on Twitch, programming, and rendering, everything became fast. The Ryzen 5 5600X is still one of the easiest CPUs to recommend today, because it delivers outstanding performance without requiring expensive cooling. Next came September 2022. AMD launched Zen 4. This generation wasn't just about faster CPUs. It introduced an entirely new platform called AM5. That meant DDR5 memory and PCIe 5.0, with support for future Ryzen generation. The main CPUs were Ryzen 5 7600 and Ryzen 5 7600X. It still had 6 cores and 12 threads, but now boost clocks exceeded at 5 GHz, with the Ryzen 5 7600X reaching 5.3 GHz. That was incredibly fast. Then Intel answered with the powerful Core i5-13600K. In heavy productivity workloads, Intel's extra cores helped it pull ahead. But in gaming, Ryzen remained an absolute. One thing that surprised many people was these processors ran hotter than older Ryzen chips. Some users saw temperatures around 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. At first, everyone panicked and thought that their CPUs are going fry. But AMD explained this was completely normal because Zen 4 was designed to maximize performance until it reached its temperature. Once people understood this behavior, confidence returned for Ryzen. Finally, we arrived to the latest generation, the Ryzen 5 9000 series, powered by AMD's newest Zen 5 architecture, released in August 2024. The flagship processor is the Ryzen 5 9600X. It still has 6 cores and 12 threads, but now it boosts to 5.4 GHz while consuming only 65 watts. That's incredible efficient. AMD focused less on adding more cores and more on improving performance in every single clock cycle. The result? Better gaming, better productivity, and lower temperature. Whether you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, Black Myth, Wukong, Starfield, or the latest AAA games, the Ryzen 5 9600X has no trouble keeping up. It's also fantastic for Blender rendering, Unreal Engine, programming, streaming, and professional workload. Intel still competes strongly with processors like the Core i5-14600K and newer Core Ultra chips, especially in heavily threaded applications. But if you want outstanding gaming performance with excellent power efficiency, the Ryzen 5 9600X is one of the best choices available. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button below.